make the smile. They don't need binoculars. Make wanna pull out. They got you.
Game 6 of the NBA Finals. This is your Daily Zap on NBA.com. Right. Golden State in Cleveland, where the Warriors have a 3-2 lead. Looking
no, not
for
again.
their first.
Still my style, I ain't got no reward like, make yourself bigger like mushroom. Mario Kart, all y'all wanna get like me. All y'all wanna spit like P. Miss wanna hit like me. Meanwhile, you wanna kiss my child robo soldier, hit that with a combo. And then the dress on a rhino. Boom.
You get the game in there?
Like Lionel, zoom. Holding that like a new Ray Ron. Am I wrong? Riding with my man.
No, I'm saying, bro, what I meant to do is load it up.
Next second I'm gone. That's 2 and 60 seconds. What you on?
Girls on me
like they super glued on.
Okay, I just want to make sure that
food on. I'm hot like the face Mulan. Ring, ba-bum, ba-bum. Aerosol can, ba-bum, ba-bum. Monkey outside, ba-bum, ba-bum. All night, ba-bum, ba-bum.
Still sleepy. I just have to go play yesterday. Let me see if I can make me a cup of coffee. And the only reason I did this, I was just going to see if I can at least show myself online. Every time I was trying to do before, it wouldn't do it. That's when I saw that. I said, okay, I guess the friends this is working.
Only get booed on. Got to get on. With peace, you wrong. Retreat. You don't want to feud on. Your nerves ain't meant for a big dude on. Stumping it until you.
Oh, man.
When you make it home with your shoes on while I'm touring these. Scoring these movies. I know that I make it when I'm chilling with Stewie. Ask Mark Jacobs what I did for Louis. Sunglasses, campaign, and jewelry. Ask Albert how he really want to use me. Come to Garcon, ain't using that loosely. Look at your forehead, sweating profusely. Aerosol can, monkey outside.
In fact, not only did you play, the game was broadcast. No, I'm not. Matter of fact, oh, no. Well, hold up. I didn't broadcast it. Man, go find it. It's not final. Somebody put it up. Yeah, you just need to scooch over. You scooch over, man. Hey. You can have it after this. Now I'm just checking who you playing. You're playing Woo or Bless. White. Like I said, I'm just trying. Well, there we go. I know. Hey, I feel your pain. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. 26. And you. Man, wait. You know something, man? Hold up. Let's not go. I don't want to go there. We both know what the real situation is. So let's not even go there. We both have. Because what you mean? Because he's on the team. What they got to do with this team? This is. They got to do with this, man. He know better than that, man. You always trying to start something, man. Well, I don't know. I thought you had turned the corner. It looked like you ain't. What happened? Oh, you just had to call a few timeouts or something to be alright. Look how slow I'm moving. I'm trying to make my decisions so that. Well, I played a lot before I left. I was playing again.
It's home to.
First of all, I haven't played video games at all in 2 weeks. Anything. So at least you know what the button is. But you know, but this is the thing though, young man. Okay, this is the thing. The main thing is, you know what the buttons are. I don't even know what the buttons are right now. Quincy AC at the shooting guard, that ain't gonna work, man. You need to get him out. I know you made a mistake right there. You be alright. You be alright. That's just a joke. That's all that means is that you're just gonna have to do some manual substitutions, which I hate that too, because that does kind of mess with your flow. You can't do it on the fly. Yeah. And normally I would say let's get out and go back in, but I am worried about the. What's Galloway? What's Galloway? What's Galloway? What position he play? I'm trying to. I'm trying to remember his. Yeah, because I don't play the Knicks no more, so I can't remember if he a shooting guard. What the heck? Early, I don't know what the heck he is neither. I guess I can make these changes later. Who that?
Tinseltown.
I ain't talked to B more since Hector was a pup, and he's a grown ass dog now. Oh, oh man, please. Well, I will say this. He wasn't a Knick fan. He's a Melo fan. He was a Melo fan. That's why I talk about Melo all the time. He's like kind of like you. He would be following Melo. Yeah. Well, I'm finding out there's a lot of people out there. I mean, again, I talk about it just like you, but I know it's your $60. You play with whoever you want to, but I hate when a person just leaves and they grab one of the top teams in the league and don't have no connection at all. That's to be tripping me out. Yeah. It's kind of like Bless. I was beating Bless so much that I recommended that he came with Golden State, right? I said, Golden State, man, why don't you play with them? Now, as the year has been going on, Bless man said, he said, I didn't, I played at Golden State. I didn't know they were that good. I said, first of all, when the game came out, they was one of the top 5 ranked teams to show you right there in the games. Don't say that, Bless man. I said, I'll talk to you about that. Why you ain't stupid like
Los
that?
Angeles, California.
Okay,
As we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the Staples Center.
Yeah, the games don't have ratings.
Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team. Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Bargnani. Hardaway is out there with Anthony. Then there's Calderon. And it's AC in the shooting guard position.
Wesley, come on.
You know, Bargnani, generally a pretty reserved guy overall, tends to go about his business. But there were moments last year where he got teed up for talking trash, so he's got some fire in him.
Oh, you ain't took him out yet. Now, what team who did
Bryant drives in.
I'm trying to remember.
Terrific design on the
There
pick
you
play,
go.
and he lays it in. Bryant got his first basket.
And they'd love to have a few more easy baskets like that to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
Fades and shoots. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Outside for Davis. Johnson from outside. Rebounded by Hardaway. Inside. Here's Anthony. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, I think this is the start they want. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Clarkson kicks to Kobe. Pulls it from the elbow.
That will be a shot.
That one off the back iron and out. Kicks it out to Bargnani. New York moving the ball around. Anthony, the pass to Bargnani.
You know, things were looking up for Bargnani last year in his first run with New York. He seemed to be playing with a bounce in his step and really had found a niche there, but an injury really made things tough for him right around the halfway point of the year.
Bargnani hits them both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Bryant with it. Now Anthony defending. Bryant is
Passed the
doubled.
ball already.
And so it's New York with it. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Anthony down low. Davis is there. It's Anthony with the drive. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Lakers trail by 6. And that injury for Bargnani, he tore the ligament in his left elbow. Missed time with that.
And the Knicks need him to be productive. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, remember, they traded away 3 draft picks, Steve Novak and Chris Copeland. So they gave up quite a bit to get him, and they need him to produce.
Calderon kicks to Hardaway. It's stolen by Johnson. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Clarkson. The feed to Bryant. 6 to shoot. Johnson wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. 17-foot shot on the way. Here's Anthony. Can't hit. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Right.
It's picked off. Outside, Kobe from downtown. And there's Johnson. That's good. On the assist by Bryant.
Yeah.
Johnson's got 5 now.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
It's stolen by Davis. And here's the fast break. Kobe Bryant leading the way. And the shot is good from Johnson. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
Well, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
Well, the Lakers were coming into the season with only about $11 million in salary committed, a chance to attract 2 max free agents, but they gave Kobe Bryant that 2-year $50 million extension. Well, that seems to possibly postpone the rebuild that the Lakers have by maybe 2 more years.
Just got in late last night, Cole.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And a great player like Kobe Bryant, who spent Clark his entire career with one team, he deserves to retire a Laker. He feels that way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I feel exactly the same way. You love to see guys who had the impact on a team and on the league that Kobe has as a box office draw and winning. You like to see those guys be one-team guys, and I'd be surprised if Kobe not
instead of
category in 2016. Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant hit free agents. Might be some forward thinking going on here as well, partner.
Yeah. Last fight was coast to coast.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here.
Oh, yeah.
Can they get it? Larkin dishes to Aldridge. Excellent D there from Hill.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Now here's Anthony. New York, no good that time either.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
Here's Clarkson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
My sound mix is weird.
Well, Steve, right from the start last season, some upheaval for the New York Knicks with a front office shake.
Yeah, surprising move when you consider that the team was coming off a 54-win season in 2013 and the team's first second-round appearance in over a decade.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Black's checked in for Hill. Randall comes in for Ed Davis. Nick Young's checked in for Johnson. And Ellington is subbed in for Kobe. Now here's Ellington to the left side wing. Off target with his three.
And for the Knicks coaching staff last season, you think about it, guys, it had to be tough. The GM who hired you no longer with the organization. And ownership basically saying championship or bust. A lot of different pressure coming from different sources in the Knicks situation.
There's the block. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. .116 left in the first quarter. Larkin, the pass to Amundsen. Clock at 6. Here's Aldrich. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Nice to be back with him. Definitely real good.
And with a new front office again this season, the Zen Master, Phil Jackson at the helm, new coaching staff. We'll see if the Knicks can create a stable foundation moving forward.
Larkin can't get it to go.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target, it just didn't fall.
Anthony on the wing. Ellington defending. Anthony, the pass to Galloway. And the three off target.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop. And the Lakers lead by 8.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at it.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Los Angeles on top. And they end the first quarter with a massive 16-4 run. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Lakers 5 right now. Jeremy Lin is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Nick Young. Then it's Randall. And it's Black in at the 5 down low. Bargnani is checked in for New York.
Julius Randle had a great freshman season at Kentucky, amazingly consistent and dominant at times. But he still saw his stock fall a little bit. Concerns about his lack of length. He struggled at times to finish oversized. He didn't come up with a great number of steals or block shots. And the question is, will he be undersized or a defensive liability at the pro level? We'll see, but I think he's going to be a productive pro.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Lynn kicks to Young. There's a screen. Knicks with the rebound.
Oh, no, he did.
Hardaway's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Randall struggled at times to finish over length. The low rate of steals and blocks, will he be undersized or a defensive liability at the pro level? That's been the question.
I don't have the answer to that, but it's certainly a good question. I mean, teams like their bigs to do four things: defend the rim, space the floor, rebound, and score inside. We know Randall can handle the last two. Time will tell if he can get things done in the former two.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Randall.
Well, Julius Randle, drafted out of Kentucky after one season. He fits that classic power forward mold. 6'9", strong, physical, great rebounder, and scores with his back to the basket.
And Randall, regarded as a good outside shooter in high school, didn't really show that, though, at Kentucky.
I think he wants to show that he can be a floor spacer at the NBA level, but it may take some time. That would really help him offensively because he is a tad undersized at the power forward spot. So being able to shoot it from the perimeter would go a long way in his development.
Hardaway dishes to AC. Some nice passing by New York here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Ellington.
That pass never had a chance there. His timing was perfect in going after that steal.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Johnson, that's for 2. Not enough on that one as it misses. Knicks trail by 6. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Kobe. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up. High post. The shot will not go. Good work defensively by Johnson. And Kobe, here we go. The pass to Clarkson. On the wing, Johnson. Again, the miss by Johnson. The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
A lot of problems for the Lakers last season, and it's one thing to stink on the road, but when you stink at home in Los Angeles, you bet people will react.
That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Bryant got his 7th assist in the game.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Releases. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut back down to 3 on the basket for Mason. And what a strange sight it was to see the Lakers lose at home as much as they did last year. Clark, the home record at Staples, 14-27.
Yeah, that is a rarity, without question. One of the elite sports franchises in the history of sports in America. But they didn't have the talent to compete, and not having Kobe Bryant, their best player and future Hall of Famer, obviously left a lot to be desired with that group. They fought hard, but they just didn't have enough to compete on a regular basis.
Johnson over to help. Alderaan has the open look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Johnson with the stop.
Sound right.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
on the floor right now for the Knicks. Knicks trail by 8. Larkin kicks to Amundsen. Galloway, the pass to Amundsen. It's stolen by Bryant. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Gentlemen, the great Kobe Bryant, now in his 19th year in the league, he said, "This is the last chapter. The book is going to close. I just haven't determined how many pages are left. But my passion only increases. You realize you only have so many years left. It re-energizes you to fine-tune your preparation and make sure you leave no stone unturned." Kevin, sounds familiar.
That sounds like him. Never one to shy from a challenge. Thanks, Doris. Larkin dishes to Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
See where the next one they will have
A lot of praise has been sent Kobe's way over the years, but perhaps one of the biggest I heard last season was when Grant Hill called him the toughest person he ever had to guard.
1:53 left in the first half. Anthony drawing the double team. Knocked loose. He's all alone. Here's Clarkson. And he gets it to go. And now
played by Jeremiah Simpson.
Laker leads.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
New York calls timeout.
You know what they say, no fun, listen, homies, no fun. Yo, what?
And the Lakers making a change here. Rice is checked in. And then for New York, Bargnani is checked in
if I'm
for Aldridge.
if I'm eating something,
Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Lewis Amundsen. And it's Calderon in for Larkin.
If I'm eating some Skittles, some Silvers.
Price against Calderon. Here's Bryant. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Bryant hits them both.
Well, Kobe Bryant last season for the first time introducing high tops as his custom basketball shoes, looking to provide a little more support for that injured Achilles.
Passes it to Galloway. The wide open look here for Anthony. Good on the triple. Anthony's got 9 points.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
The offensive
What y'all
rebound.
doing?
Here's Bargnani. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
Johnson goes in. And Kobe had been wearing ultra-low tops. Do you think that contributed Clark at all to his Achilles injury?
No, I won't point to that. An Achilles injury is a freak injury. It can happen any number of ways. It's just a freak thing, in my opinion.
Wes Johnson, the former number 4 pick back in 2010. He was a bust in Minnesota, but he shot better in his 4th season. And once he was moved to kind of a small 4, like the shooting power forward spot, he really found a niche for himself.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Black's checked in for Hill. Randall comes in for Ed Davis. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Kobe. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Ronnie Price. Good!
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Lynn kicks to Johnson. And again, the Lakers no good.
Yeah.
And that concludes the first half. Lakers ahead. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Good thing is, I ain't playing that good. You're still right there.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Well, Wesley Johnson has been great. 18 points. He's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Well, he's been playing a very energetic brand of defense, Clark. You got to love it.
And on the floor for Derek Fisher as we get into the second half. Anthony is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Calderon. Then it's Quincy Ace. And it's Bargnani at the center position. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's why.
It's Anthony with the drive. And the shot is good.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Clarkson passes to Kobe. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Had a pretty good look at the basket. Defensively, they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power. Changing sides didn't seem to help them at all, huh, guys? They missed their first few shots in the third quarter.
Maybe that'll ignite it. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that will be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're deep.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Kobe kicks to Clarkson. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Clarkson's got 7 points in the game.
What was really the big shock in the East last season, the Knicks failed to make the playoffs. This from a team many expected to challenge for a spot in the conference finals. Just didn't happen.
And Bryant kicks to Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. 21 points for Johnson. Calderon dishes to AC. And with the Knicks not making the playoffs, it came down to the tail end of the season. Steve had a feeling that it wasn't going to happen for him.
Yeah, it was a big disappointment last season for the Knicks. You know, so many things went wrong with injuries and slumps. It just never felt like they found that groove that they were looking for.
And New York making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Well, Jordan Hill has battled injuries, but when he's played, he's been pretty effective.
You know, Kevin, last season, around 20 minutes per game he played with the Lakers, and you could argue he should have been playing more. He was very productive in that time on the floor. He's more a banger than a spread for. He's not a great perimeter shooter. So to fit with their spread-out system might have limited his playing time.
New York calls timeout.
And he'll try to develop his outside shot to better fit into the Lakers' offense last year, but that's not his strength. His best is his ability to use his size and athleticism on the boards and really defensively as well.
Lexi Shved, he's checked in for New York. The quick look, no good that time. And then Johnson with the jam.
Just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Anthony drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Hill is one of the best rebounders in the league.
Oh, come
He's a
on,
quality defender as well, and he can play some center. So if he can stay healthy, I think he's a guy that can really be a player to watch.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burt. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, Derek Fisher went straight from playing to being a head coach. Pretty rare, but to hear his former teammates on the Thunder, he's got what it takes to be successful. Nick Collison called him The only guy I've played with who can address the team as a leader. And Kevin Durant said he's a great motivator who commands respect. Kevin, a pretty good way to start.
Ringing endorsements from two great leaders in their own right. Thanks, Doris. Johnson, the pass to Hill. Kicks it out to Johnson. And stolen by Shved. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Can't get it to go.
The alley-oop is such a fun play to watch, but when it doesn't convert, it's probably the wrong choice.
I guess that makes that one a terrible choice. Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Calderon kicks to Anthem. Out to Hardaway. Over to the left wing. And that one's good. Shved.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest.
I'm up here, I ain't paying attention to the time.
Quality.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles.
I'm trying to find out who these people are you got on your team.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s game pretty different from his father's. Tim's senior, of course, famed for his UTEP two-step, otherwise known as the killer crossover, and Junior's is a different game.
He is a different game, but he's going to have an effective and long career. Senior was also only a 6-foot point guard. Junior is a 6'6" shooting guard. While he does have some handle, Junior I'm speaking of, he's more of a long-range bombardier thus far, and also I think has the potential to be pretty good defensively going forward.
Say it again.
Randall's checked in for the Lakers. And then for New York, Bargnani is checked in for Aldridge. And it's Larkin in for Jose Calderon.
You know, growing up, Tim Hardaway Jr. was really pushed hard by his dad. They would get into arguments about the game. And Tim Jr. said it almost pushed him away from basketball entirely. But in the end, Dad decided for the sake of their relationship to just give his son the space to figure it out on his own. And, of course, it's worked beautifully.
They get it again. There's the dish to Larkin. He kicks to Shved. It's stolen by Johnson.
New York needs to do a better job guarding against Kobe.
12 points and 11 dimes. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
No question, he's made an impact just about everywhere on the court.
The free throw drops for Kobe. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
But it has to translate, Clark, if they're going to cut into this lead. They've got to convert those boards into points.
Whoa!
And one thing you can certainly see that Tim Hardaway Jr. got in his DNA from his dad is his competitive spirit. He loves competition. Asked if he hoped to be like his dad, Jr. said, I want to be better than him. I've heard that from my sons, too.
Here's Anthony. The shot is off. Hill with some nice D.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Real.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be Andrea Bargnani. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Lakers.
Man, they keep piling up the assists. Great ball movement.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well. The New York Knicks were ranked as the NBA's most valuable franchise recently, and with team values skyrocketing, the Knicks came in at around $1.5 billion. That's a B, billion.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Black's checked in for Hill. Young comes in for Wesley Johnson. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Kobe. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Clarkson. Here's Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. will not go. This is off the front iron. And, of course, for the Knicks, a huge part of their value comes from playing in the Big Apple.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin. The business and media capital of the United States, they go out of their way to attract the big stars to the games. Courtside seats for the top names. That helps give the Knicks an allure, kind of a glamour that a lot of franchises don't have.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Here is Lynn. Out to the wing. Three-pointer Ellington. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught.
New York with the ball. They've got Young. Jeremy Lin is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Randall. And it's Black in the center. That's the Laker 5. And the jam by Nick Young.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Lakers leading by 23.
There's been some debate over the idea of the quote-unquote hot hand. One study implied that it actually doesn't exist. I always felt as a player that as soon as I felt the ball go through the hoop a couple times, I was much more likely to make that next one.
Ellington kicks to Young. No good on the three. New York shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Galloway, the pass to Smith. To the right wing. Here's Ellington. Knicks with the rebound.
Because first off, Jeremy Lin up in the basket.
Well, that hot hand study, Clark, we were talking about a little bit earlier, they realized it didn't take into account how difficult the shots were. And, hot players take those heat check shots.
Yeah, they do. They do. And not to mention, they draw more defensive attention once they get on the roll. So I think it comes back to common sense. You definitely try to get a hot player the ball, but above all else, you want quality shots.
And he gets it to go.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Lynn dishes to Ellington. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
To the wing on the left. Ellington from outside. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
That free throw, no good.
Well, the Lakers have been in a bit of turmoil the last few years, and it comes back to not being able to find the right coach.
And a new group in for the Knicks. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
A few coaches have been given looks since the end of the Jackson era in L.A., and needless to say, it's hard to replace a guy like that.
Here's Shved. Misses the jumper. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Young left side. Three-pointer. Here's Black. And Bargnani sends it back. Another miss by Young.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his first foul. Calderon kicks to Shved. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got 3 assists now in this one. And for the Lakers, Steve, it's really hard to build something because there is a pressure to win now as well.
I would say that taking their time and not trying to rush back to winning would be the best thing that this franchise can do. Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is. How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
They set the screen. Young in the corner. That drops. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's Lynn. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Jeremy Lin, as you would expect, focused on addressing his weaknesses, trying to get better with his left hand, passing, dribbling, and finishing. Even his mental approach, training himself to expect success and to keep that next play mentality.
And the Knicks making a change here. Acey's checked in. Both free throws good from Lynn. And Steve, the other thing that Lynn has worked to improve is his defense.
Yeah, well, you look at his rate of steals and blocks, it's pretty good. And then the biggest thing for him is just staying in front of his man. That's so tough to do these days in the NBA with so many lightning-fast point guards. But Lynn has worked hard to improve in that area, and I think it's really paid off for him.
Acey's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times, an easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Davis sets a screen. Feeds to Hill. Back to Lynn. In low to Davis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Ed Davis, in his 5th season out of North Carolina, he's had to battle for minutes both in Toronto and Memphis, but has produced when he's been on the court. An active, athletic big man. He's a player to watch.
And Davis with good mobility for his size. Offensively, Clark, he can run in transition, flash to the basket. At the other end, he's a good help defender.
Yeah, and bit by bit, Kevin, we see him developing his post game as well. He's starting to broaden out that skill set. Still only 25 years old. Come on now. He's got a lot left in his development.
That one goes. Count.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
New York calls timeout. They're losing by 23. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Anthony. .153 left to play here in the 4th. Hardaway passes to Bargnani. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Johnson. And again, it's the Lakers.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Wesley Johnson. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Out to Anthony. Davis against Calderon.
Kick it out, kick it out.
Takes a 3, and he gets the bucket.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Here's Clarkson. He's guarded by Calderon. Here's Davis. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bryant with it. Now Anthony defending. Clarkson kicks to Johnson. Outside for Davis. Shot clock at 6. And there's the call on Alexei Shved. That's good from Johnson. So for the Knicks, and so he makes both from the line. There's 10 seconds left in the game. Here's Callaway, and that's an air ball. Not even close. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Wesley Johnson.
Still put that coffee on the pot, I know that. Free throws, man. Can't shoot a free throw.